Liskeard Hillfort is a two-form primary school based in Liskeard in Cornwall. It's a school that's developing in popularity. We have a very genuinely comprehensive range of children who come here, from children who access the grammar schools down in Plymouth to children who come from slightly more disadvantaged backgrounds. What I wanted to achieve for the children who come to our school is that they feel safe, that they feel loved and cared for, so that they can learn in a really safe environment and enjoy doing that. So our values as a school absolutely attuned with those values of Thrive around supporting children to develop their mental health, to develop their sense of who they are as individuals. We were very mindful that there were high exclusion rates and low attendance rates. We were seeing children who were not all of the time enjoying education. And that was particularly true for some of the disadvantaged children who attended our school. So what we wanted to do was to use Thrive as part of a package of social, emotional, mental health provision in order to get those children feeling safe, to feeling much happier, so that they could get on with their learning and their education and their lives too. We use Thrive as a key pillar of our provision of identifying children who were vulnerable, of using the action plans to put in place bespoke provision. And what you can see is children who are much happier in their day-to-day lives. I think it's been really quite a profound impact. In terms of those softer barometers of school improvement, we can now see attendance, even in March, above national average. And previously, we had low attendance. 3 or 4 years ago, we had an exclusion rate of 35 days in 1 year. We've got 1 day's worth of exclusion in this academic year. We can see the school becoming known as a really good ambassador, as a school where special needs provision, where children are looked after, and you can see that in our increasing role. More tangibly, you can see that in our academic outcomes. So in EYFS, Year 1 and 2 phonics and Key Stage 2 combined outcomes, we have record results in terms of academic performance. It is important, profoundly important, for us to send our children up to secondary school being secondary ready, being ready for the secondary curriculum. So to begin with, we see it in happier children who are able to regulate their emotions. See, the number of incidents has dropped dramatically. We have seen that in attendance and exclusion rates improving. We have seen that in academic results improving. And we're really proud of that. A key point to us is that we don't leave children behind. So whether it's talking about our response to our behaviour policy, essentially, our safe touch and our positive handling, what we recognise is that we want to be a centre of excellence for working with disadvantaged children and vulnerable children. Here at Hillfort, we certainly still encourage and reward positive behaviour and think that is an important part of a primary school's life. What we have changed most significantly is our response to, inverted comma, negative behaviours. We recognise collectively that behaviour is a sign, is a communication of an emotion, and rather than imposing sanction in a punitive way, we try to address that behaviour, we keep the child safe in the first instance, and try to unpick the motivating factors. So whether that's putting in place really bespoke provision for children, liaising effectively with parents or other agencies, what we don't do is punish poor behaviour. We say that we disown that behaviour. We say that we're not okay with that, but we very much like you as a child. We very much want to help you develop. We work out what it is that's going wrong for that child at that particular moment, and we design individual provision so that our very most vulnerable learners don't get put in positions where that behaviour is likely to crop up and you end up in that vicious circle all over again.
My name is Abby Hoffman. I teach the early years here at Hillfort. I have taught here for a long time, but went and worked at another school in St Clear for 2 years, and then I came back in September. It's really important throughout the school, but really important for early years, because social and emotional development is where we're starting at, and to give children those understandings of emotions, their feelings, resilience, it really helps them develop as they go up through the school and make them successful learners and successful little people. Personal, social and emotional development is one of our key areas in early years, so it's planned in all the time, even when we're thinking about our writing opportunities and our maths and our reading. We're always thinking about their social and emotional development. Thrive gives us lots of suggestions when we screen the class, and it gives us ideas about friendships, perseverance, thinking about ourselves as well as thinking about the people around us, and it works really well with planning for individuals and planning for the whole class. We've always had good relationships, but now they're just even more secure, they're more set. It needs to be a whole school approach. Everyone needs to be trained and believe in it. Because you put so much hard work to make these children feel happy and secure and safe within our school, that you need every single adult to be on board. You wouldn't want a child having something happening in one room and then move to a different classroom and it's done totally different. The Thrive approach needs to be for everybody and for every child.
My name's Deakin. I'm a governor at the school, and I've been a governor for 3 years. I'm governor responsible for pupil premium. There has been a huge increase in the emotional and social development of the children, particularly disadvantaged children. But we've also had, last year, we had record outcomes in EYFS and Year 1 phonics, and in those areas the disadvantaged children outperformed the non-disadvantaged children, which was, a lot of that is due to the techniques that are used, the Thrive activities that they do. And Key Stage 2 combined results were also record last year, so it's helped. You only have to walk into the school and you can feel what a happy and calm place it is. And I think that, as with all schools, word of mouth is the main platform to promote a school, and anyone coming into the school can see that those values that are Thrive and the vision of the school are uppermost in the thoughts of everyone that work here. And I think that sort of gets passed around the community. Liskeard's quite a close community. I've actually heard people commenting on how well the children are doing here, and how well they're supported by everyone involved in the school.
My name's Vanessa Greenway. I'm one of the assistant head teachers here at Hillfort, which includes the Senko role and the designated safeguarding. But my portfolio is essentially around personal wellbeing of the children.
My name's Truscott. I'm the Thrive lead within the school and Thrive champion, also assistant designated safeguarding lead. I've been here really from the very first point of the two schools, the old infant school and the junior school, amalgamating together. I'm not the best with ICT. I was anxious about using it within the training, very quickly picked up on it. I rate it highly. I can use it quickly. I can use it very effectively. As a school, we termly do a whole school screening, a whole class screening, which will then give a class action plan for every teacher to adhere to, reminders of how to be around the children. I think all the teachers now have those displayed around the school just as a reminder. And then after doing a whole class screening, it then flags up particular individuals that then I'm able to pick up and do as an individual screening, an individual action plan.
And they then feed into any individual education plans we have, any multi-agency working that we're using variety of different professionals will dip in and out of those Thrive plans. We are frequently asked from multi-agency approaches to implement Thrive. It's very highly thought of with wider circles of education as well, and health. And we use it to support other plans that may be in place from other professionals. So it's very good.
Yeah, it's excellent.
Yeah, it provides that insight, doesn't it, to individual children and the best way to approach any needs that they have. I think it provides the most comprehensive one. We have used a variety of different approaches, and that provides the most comprehensive one.
Without a shadow of doubt. And I know previously when we've had Ofsted in and I've had time with them and they've asked to look at the data, and they were very impressed with the way things were recorded, the way that they were able to show that children had progressed and moved forward. And in a few cases, yes, some of them have gone backwards due to circumstances going on out of school within their home life, very vulnerable children.
And actually, that's quite crucial, I think, for us as a school. Quite often we're asked to provide for external verification, evidence of progress. Well, some of these children are not going to have progressed academically particularly, but actually to be able to provide the online profile that we've done for these children through Thrive has provided the evidence that's required. So we can use that and very much use them as case studies for inspectors, for external reviewers. That's obviously not the purpose of it, but it's a sideline benefit.
Well, the vision for the school is to carry on improving in the same way as we have done for the last few years. We absolutely want to have a very full school of children who are happy to come to school, and parents continue to be as supportive as they are currently. We absolutely want our children to keep passing their academic examinations, and so that they're secondary ready. It is really important to be able to read and write and be fluent in numeracy and so on, so they can access a secondary curriculum, have really happy and healthy lives. Our vision is that all of the children, especially those vulnerable and disadvantaged children, continue to come to our school, and actually that we don't have any exclusion going forward. Thrive is a key and integral part of that process, and we look forward to working with Thrive over the coming weeks and months and years.
My name is Andrea. I am a parent of a child in this school called Lily. She's in year 6, and she had quite a difficult time and ended up having sort of really bad anxiety, so that she couldn't actually stay in class and also assemblies. Without Thrive, I don't know where she would be now in terms of her self-esteem, in terms of coping and her sort of anxiety levels. So the transformation has been absolutely amazing in terms of where she is now to where she was probably 12 months ago. It's been absolutely amazing. So just having that support, just having that place to go, for her has been amazing. And for me as a parent, just, well, it's just, thank God. Thank God for it. Because, I was really worried. Yeah.